Yeah, I don't want to Ugin minus on the land, like... Let's hit for an additional 2. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Make sure to like the video, and you'll be guaranteed to have a magical day. Today, we're playing with Quandrix Giants, one of my favorite decks. This is version 11, right? Making a little bit of an adjustment in the top 50 Mythic, and we even have a finale against your favorite content creator, Mr. CGB, right? So, great matches as always. This guy is a beast, and this was one of the best matches that the two of us have played against each other so far. So don't forget to watch until the end of the video. You don't want to miss out on that, right? Before we get there though, we're going to break down the deck, talk about strategies, synergies, the changes we made. Then we'll get into that gameplay footage, discuss our play lines and interactions as we progress through it. Finally wrapping up with my final thoughts and deck review. Pretty cool stuff here. Again, make sure to like the video to show your support on this wicked awesome content, right? Let's get into it. Alrighty, so Quandrix Midrange is actually one of my favorite decks to play. Obviously, if I played it 11 times for you guys, I love it. It's a 4.7 average mana value deck with 15 creatures and 23 non-creatures, 22 land. And I know that sounds weird how we're only running 22 land while our average curve is so high, like what the heck? But it's because we have so much ramp in the deck at turn 2, at turn 3, that we don't need any more land in that, so we can still pretend that we're a pretty aggressive deck with our land total, disregarding our curve, because the ramp spells that we have in the deck will kind of balance those two out, right? So, learning lots here today. Don't forget to like the video, you guys. I can only say so much before you like the video. We got to get those likes up. Looking at the deck now, before we get into it, mid-range is, not really viable right now. We've got aggro and control wrecking people, just due to the sheer power of the ultimatum deck. It's very hard to play mid-range, but this deck shines above the rest as far as mid-range decks go. It's pretty dirty. It feels a little controlling at times, but you've got some beefy creatures here that get the job done consistently, which is really nice. So getting into it, the main card in the deck is Cyclone Summoner. A 7/7, when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hand except for giants, wizards, and lands. So that's all we have in the deck. Giants, wizards, and lands. We do have a few other things, but those are things that we want to return to our hand, which is really, really cool. So how are we going to get to Cyclone Summoner? It costs 7 mana. That's expensive. Well, we can play Thryx the Sudden Storm for 5 mana, and it will reduce the cost of our spells of mana value 5 or greater, which is great. That's the majority of our spells, as we noted in the mana curve. They're going to cost less, and they can't be countered. Amazing. It's a flash flyer 4/5, really, really good. It's a giant, so not only does it reduce the cost of your Cyclone Summoner, but it also will not be bounced, allowing you to attack with an open attacking lane, which is really, really cool. We also have Emergent Sequence for 2 mana at sorcery speed, searching our library for a basic land card, putting it into the battlefield tapped, and then we shuffle. That land becomes a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature. That's still a land. Put a +1/+1 counter on it for each land you had entered the battlefield this turn. As I reread this card back, at one point I asked in the video, I was like, we need a way to reshuffle our deck. It's right there, HGG. You've already got it in the deck. So this is a land. If we remember the summoner, it won't bounce lands, wizards, and giants. So we get to ramp, reducing the cost of it basically, and it won't get bounced, allowing it to attack or be used for our other spells. So, that's kind of the main synergy in the deck is Emergent Sequence, Thryx, the Sudden Storm, and then the Cyclone Summoner. Branching off from that, we have things like Beanstalk Giant, Fertile Footsteps for 3 at sorcery speed as the adventure, searching our library for a basic land card, putting it into the battlefield, untapped, which is really cool, so we can utilize that mana on something else later on. This is also a very formidable giant for 7 mana. Its toughness and power are equal to the number of lands we control. Great news, and it's a giant, so it's not going to be bounced by the summoner. As far as giants go, that's everything that we have. Wizards and lands, that's all of our attackers that we'll be readily relying on as our main archetype within the deck. Branching out from there, we have Disruption, which can also act as its own form of aggro, which is really fun within Quandrix colors. Brazen Borrower, a 3/1 with flash and flying, can only block other creatures with flying. It has Petty Theft for 2 at instant speed as the adventure to return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. So this is going to allow us a little bit of a tempo play, right? We're ramping, we are trying to get to 7 mana, so we might need to bounce something here and there to stay alive, to reduce the amount of damage that we're taking turn after turn, right? Get those tempo plays in where they need to be. And it's a attacker, right? Not only that, but we can bounce it back to our hand with the Cyclone Summoner, and then we have Petty Theft available again because it's in our hand one more time, which is cool. Comboing or synergizing, I guess, with the Brazen Borrower is the Quandrix Command at instant speed. Choose 2, return creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand, just like Petty Theft. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Woof, very valuable. And put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. This is what I like to do. Putting those counters on one of my flyers, whether it be the Brazen Borrower, that's now a 5/3, right? That's putting in damage every turn. And we can also choose a player and they shuffle 3 cards from their graveyard into their library. Shuffling, again, there's another way to shuffle. Sometimes I just blank out, so there's plenty of shuffling in the deck. So those +1/+1 counters can go on the Borrower. They can also go on the Burbs, right? Alrund's Epiphany for 7, we can foretell for 6. This is cool because we can reduce the cost of it through the foretell, and then further yet through Thryx. And of course, remember, all 5 or more spell value cards will be uncounterable as well, which is nice. Create 2 1/1 blue birds with flying. Take an extra turn after this one. So we can put those counters on the bird if we want to deal a lot of damage with them, which is really a lot of fun. As far as consistency goes in the deck, we've got 2 copies of Seagate Restoration for 7 mana, sorcery speed, drawing cards equal to the number of cards in our hand +1, and then we have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game, which is nice because it can double as a land. We have 22 lands in deck. This acts as our 23 and 24, kind of balancing that out as well, so you never are bricking. But again, shuffler algorithm can still decide your fate at a whim. General ramp, 4 copies of Cultivate, sorcery speed for 3, searching for 2 basics, 1 in tap, the other in our hand, right? That's great. And then shuffle. Oh my gosh, if I read shuffle one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. You'll see when I get to it. I'm like, oh man, I wish we could shuffle. Anyways, a little bit of counter magic here too within Decisive Denial, instant speed for 2, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 3, plus it has a fight effect. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. We've got a lot of big baddies in play, so this is really good for us. And, we have the hard counter as well. Get out of your ultimatum, counter target non-creature spell, right? Ugin is hard to deal with as well sometimes. But, that's the deck, and it works, in my opinion, very, very well. I love this deck. I feel confident just to grab this deck and play it no matter what rank I'm in. Whether I'm, rank number 3, rank number 99%, it's just a good deck for me to use and consistently have over a 50% win rate, right? That's 60%, that's 70%, somewhere here. You get on those streaks sometimes, and it's really rewarding playing with a deck that, people don't see every day, right? It's not one of the top meta decks, so in my opinion, it competes with them, right? This dominates a lot of those decks, or at least can compete with them, I should say, which is fun. So, this is a cool video, you guys. Make sure to like it, show your support, check out the link tree. We've got lots of going on in there. 500,000 gem giveaway, cash prize tournaments that are free entry. We're buying someone's D&D rare playset as well, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel, check out the link tree. Liking the video is great, but there's some more work that you guys can do, and you can even support through the various ways in that link tree link as well. So cheers, thank you all. I know you're having just a magical day, and you're going to enjoy this gameplay footage now, and we'll be back to wrap up after our finale with Mr. CGB himself. So enjoy, and we'll be back, like I said, to wrap up with the final thoughts and deck review. All right, we're back after avoiding ranked for, 2 full days. We've fallen from number 3 to number 50. That's what happens when you don't play in ranked. But I played so much that I just wanted to take a break, right? You get there, good on you. Try just to relax, kiddo. You're good. Everything's gonna be okay. So we do have Cultivate, but we're gonna look for that third land, so we're not relying on the Emergent Sequence because they might have removal, and I don't need that. But I also don't want to wait for it, so I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. There's gonna be a blue source here, and then hopefully we can sneak that Cultivate out right away. And we're gonna get milled, and you know I dislike that. Oh, Alrund's Epiphany right off the top. Thryx, Sudden Storm, and we lose the land. Oh, rogue players, you gotta love them, right? You just gotta love them. Surely someone needs to show them love. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. To each their own. I've been playing against rogues so much recently, and it's like they always have Rune Crab. You know what I mean? They never, ever will miss Rune Crab. And we could get countered here even. And, you know, that's going to be about the end of our journey, if so. But we get past it, which is nice. You know, still in rough shape here. Thankfully, we do have the one Epiphany. Getting milled. I mean, it's if we can really get this Ugin to sting, right? That's what we need. Let's try it again. Again, could be countered. No. I know they've got removal, and I'm more worried about, like, the land is nothing if it gets removed. And they don't counter, right? So we've got our 8th land in play, right? They're saving the counter for Ugin. Smart man. Or lady, individual pineapple, who knows. I'm just having fun, okay? Let's try to pull something out of theirs, right? We almost have no basic lands in our deck. We've been getting dirty. You know what I mean? Passing our turn here. Right, and that's the removal that we need rid of. I don't ever want to see that again. And in a perfect world, they flex attack with their crab, and we can jump block it. But it's not. It's far from. Okay. Oh, immediately sacking it for the draw. It means they're looking for a counter. Oh, no. But, you know, if we can pull the counter on Thryx, then and nothing else can be countered. Right? So it's all about kind of sneaking that out. And if they do deal with it, then we're free to do what we need. Unless, you know, both of their things cost 2 mana. Down to 11. Come on! Enters play. Does it get acted? It does. The final act. They have 2 mana. We have 2 Ugins, so let's try that route first. Easy for them to counterspell. I don't doubt it. Alright, alright. Good on them, right? We knew it was there. They're low on cards. They're low on cards. We're low on cards, too. Oh! Nice.
Return to the essence of the mountain.
Oh!
And these are inevitable.
I'm gonna push this to the side and pass. Going out on a limb here. If one of these isn't into the story, I'm gonna freak out. How can it not be? They have you know, the Wind Robbers in Grave in conjunction with Luris, which is annoying. Flyer's also really good for them at this point. But they just chuck it to the grave. We could play the Borrower. Yeah, that just shuts them down for their turn. I mean, 2 mana. There's no holdup for our counterspell. I think we're good to go. They're going to love this. Well, I hope they're going to love it. I know I am. We could have cultivated first, my bad. Oh! You fool, HGG. I just messed that up. I big time messed that up. We're out of basics. I totally forgot about that. We should, if we denied that, we could have played it and then done it. Oh man, we messed up real bad. Okay, but they just tapped. We're gonna bounce the Borrower back to my hand, put counters on the bird. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe we should have held up the flash creature, but they have to deal with the whole field. Down to 11. They could probably just mill us. Classic rogues, you know what I mean? They just mill you. It's good, I get it. It takes a lot of skill. These are blockers and draw effects if they need. I mean, they know we have petty theft as well. Chump blockers don't matter if we bounce everything hit for 9. If they spend their mana, that's okay. Right? They're looking for some stuff. They know we've got them. First day back on the job. First match and a kill. I love it. So 50 to 23, right? I've not lost a match in a while. I'm going to be honest, just throughout all of the pushing and decks. So it's probably due to that we get so much rank gain, right? Being rogues, top 10 rogue player, number 6. Vonda, great game. Thank you so much for not absolutely obliterating me with counter spells. I know I got lucky. And yeah, that's kind of the deck. We made some changes to it, but we'll play another match for you. Alrighty, opponent's going first. We have no ramp. We do if we can get a land. What's our land draw rate here? And I should have seen that we had no basic lands due to the land tracker on the side last match. I'm glad we got away with it. 36%. We get a couple of those chances, though. We have reduction. We do have ramp, so it's just that third land. Salem the cat. What you got, bruh? Or lady, bruh? Pineapple, bruh? Oh, no disrespect, you guys. I love all bras, regardless of origin or identity. Could be a book, bruh. That's not a land, bruh. Stop it. Could be a dragon, bruh, too, though, right? Like, look at this thing. It's also not a land. Sneeze for every time I don't draw a land. You know what I mean? We have the summoner, so I don't care about these things. But I also don't really care about that yet. But they could probably double drop it anyways. I'm gonna bounce it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna interrupt this immediately. As soon as they play their first spell. Yeah, you can take your damage, bro. That's good of them. And now they can't cast the spirit. So if they did have a 1-drop, it was not entering. That's not a land! Oh my god. Game burned. Straight brick, baby. Look at all these lands. Are you a ramp deck? Did you have a cultivate? Yes! Nailed it. Only one land is sad, but we're gonna get there slowly. Super slowly. Another land off the top, we can Thryx. The double strike here is gonna be ridiculous. Oh my god. I think we're just dead next turn, right? Yeah. Okay. This is a match somehow. Good game. Good game, good game. Oh, man! There's nothing we can do here. La la la, la la la, la 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 la. Let's show ourselves out with some respect here. My gosh, that was really hard to brick like that, and they popped off. I love it. Right? Putting the counters on everything is, like, pretty powerful. I've not seen that yet. Have you guys seen that? That might be something brand new, and it works very, very well. So, you know, that could be something we could look for in the future. Let's play another. Look at that. That's as much land as we've seen all last game in our opening hand. Incredible. And we have turn 2 ramp. We have turn 3 ramp. Just like, what's going on here? You trying to make up for something, so negate, right? Planes don't need negate. Nope, probably not. Mono whites, Winota, right? Ain't having it. So what we need is something good. Cyclone Summoner? I need you. Heliod, big wolves get hit for 3 down to 17, but we can bounce it willy-nilly, right? Oh, that is just what we wanted. So we're not going to be blocking anyways. So let's just cultivate here. Pull our islands. One goes in play, and the other's revealed into our hand. And we don't want that, so we put it into play as well. And that's why we did the cultivate before playing the land, because then they would have seen we had another land in hand. And it wouldn't have been quite as threatening, and I want the hand to be threatening. Oh, we're going to get hit for a bunch. Oh my lantern. Woo! All right, bro. All right. That's a lot of heat. So we're sitting on 5, 6. This is 7, and am I blind? Oh, it counted this creature. We messed that up. We messed that up, but it doesn't matter. We have a Brazen Borrower that saves us. You guys see how often I misplay? You can be a good player too, I promise. No attacks. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. What's going on, Willis? What you doing over there, Willis? So, Heliod's not attacking. That's nice. I still think we should probably bounce this, though. Because that's, more damage than I'd like to take, if I'm being honest. And if they have some form of protection, you know, we can identify that at least before it's too late. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab some life here. I just don't care about that much either. They can do it on the other aspirants, or they're like, no. I got other creatures I want to play with that mana. Yeah. Wow. Scoop soup. Now that is a lot of value. Let's pass our turn. We're gonna Seagate. I don't think this is a problem. I mean, we could pay and just have Ugin. We could also Thryx. That's 5. We have 7. So we could play 3, go down to 4. The land comes back in up to 5. Right? And we can blast our opponent for 7 damage, right? I'm coming over! That's an old-fashioned kind of beating up right there. Looking for another Cyclone Summoner. That would be ideal. The Indestructible is really good there for them. And I guess they could get their Devotion up here as well. That would be semi-threatening. Maybe we shouldn't have attacked and kept the blocker, but we'll be just fine. Yeah, we probably should have dealt with that a little differently. Of course, they have Indestructible here. Let's see the attacks. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. It's not really what I wanted, but we got to draw more of their stuff out, at least, right? I don't want to lose the land. So they're gonna gain some life here. Down to 2. Looking pretty risky. So this is colored of 0 mana, which is so sad, but we'll lose our land. We get to keep our Cyclone Summoner, which is great. And we go to Smackdown Town because they have no haste. I know, just Ugin though. I know, I don't want to though. I wanted to try to do it without him. And they just got protection right after. Oh my gosh. Outside, can't protect from Ugin though, right? So this is an easy -3. Oh my gosh. Just stop it, HGG. You are a bully, bro. Let's take a big old draw. Where's Alrund's Epiphany? How have we not seen that yet? We hit it for another 7. Coming over! A haste creature that I've never seen before, right? We get a token here. I mean, we can literally just -1 on Ugin again. Yeah, we have lethal here. Triple wiped Ugin. Wow. Whoops. There we go. And then we're bouncing Ugin, a Seagate, and I guess a Thryx back to our deck. And then we smack for a lethal. Nice. Alright, what terrible things does Mr. Blue have in store for us today? There's no green land. You know, we've seen how unreliable the land draw has been in the deck. So we have to mully this. This looks better. Right, this looks a little bit better. And we're going to toss... Ooh, I don't know what we're going to toss here. What do we throw away? An Epiphany? Probably. I'll find you again! I'll find you again! We should put a shuffle effect in our library. Because we don't have one. Right? We definitely need a shuffle effect in our library. So that's how we can improve the deck moving forward. I just don't mind the land, in all honesty. He's got a dragon too. Frig yeah, man. We love dragons up in here. Up in here. I don't think we should play this. They'll just remove it. That could be good. They are playing Dimir. Okay. Let's just land it out. Grabbing more islands always. We really only need a forest or two. In taps. They're playing Esper. Pretty cool. A little worried about a Doom Foretold, I guess. Oh my god, we don't get any land. I'm gonna pass my turn. Need that 7th land. And that 8th land. Let's play a Borrower. I only want to play one. Maybe we should have attacked last turn. This is good. Let's swing in for 5. End our turn. We lose the Borrower. They're not really playing a lot, which is semi-worrisome. Checking out my lands. What you looking at my lands for, boy? Alright, so that's fine with us. We could play the Borrower and then bounce it back to our hand. We should keep it hidden, right? We don't want to show them that we've got it. We know they have removal. Do we just go right for Ugin and -6? And then we lose our land. We lose our lands. They probably have single target removal. Then they get that big draw. Let's just bounce it. Trying to think things through a little bit, at least, right? Weighing our pros and cons through the various play lines that are available to us. You know, I don't want to Ugin minus on the land. Like, let's hit for an additional 2. This is forces them into a spot where they need to remove, right? If they play the Trawler again, I could get another Cyclone Summoner, and that's not good. Right? They probably can remove a lot of things. Okay. They have 7 mana. Trawler is 6, and an amazing card. Do they have another land to protect it? Let's bounce it. They have to tap it here. One, two, three, four, five. We could get so close. Remember that 2 damage we missed off the start too? LOL. Alright. So they attack and then they wipe the field? Probably. An event. It's odds. That hurts. This is a great top deck, though. As long as there's no counterspell. There is. There's not. We hit for 2. We hit for 5. Remember that 2 damage we missed? We could Ugin them for potentially lethal if there wasn't a counterspell. We end our turn. We try to bounce the Trawler. We interrupt that life gain, right? Unless they have a counterspell to interrupt the Borrower instead. Which would be really good for them. I hope there's no counterspell. I mean, we always do. We get it tapped. We get it tapped. Interesting. They have just targeted removal. We're all in. Yikes. Maybe they spend both their blue mana before, like right here. Oh, that's good. Okay. Ugin? Can you survive? Were they patient enough with the counterspell? Yeah. Yeah, they were. Cute. Alright, that's the turning point that we did not want. We should have held up mana and Thryxed. Good on him. That Dream Trawler is so good. Nice. No! Ugin off the top. They need another counterspell here. Yeah. Back to back. Saw it coming. No! Why won't you die? Right? Very good, sir. This is a nice match. This is one of our better matches here. Good game. Friggin' Dream Trawler. We were so close. And I think we switched ranks probably there almost perfectly. A little swappy do. Man, what a good opponent. Just so patient with those counter spells, right? We should have held up the Thryx instead of going with Ugin. Just taking that damage, give them the life gain, but then got Thryx in play, forced them to have removal, and then we were uncounterable. Their two counter spells potentially may have been worthless if they didn't just counter Thryx organically. It's really hard to say. Great match though, bro. Really appreciate it. Whew, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Look at my deck, Dad. Getting beat by the best. What do you do? What a competitor. I have no words, you guys. A freaking legend, right? I love it. I love it so much. I could lose against him over and over and over because I know I'm getting better. And I know I'm getting more traction on my YouTube channel. Oh, and he knows I love it too, right? So he's been such a great guy. You know, both within the sportsmanship of our games are running into one another, and you know, on that back end as well, he's helped me out a little bit as well to promote the channel and stuff. So hope I find you again tomorrow, bro. Every day we're coming for you. So I like the deck. We braked that one match, which was kind of sad. You know, I can't count that one, but I had to show you that it still was a possibility. Just a bad mulligan. We should have mulliganed. Always try to start the game with 3 land. Don't rely on 2 and be like, I'm gonna draw a land, unless you have scry lands, and then maybe you can get away with it, right? So lessons learned, and you know, that's why I'm playing the deck. That's why I'm misplaying, so you guys learn to not do any of that, right? I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, support the channel through all the different ways in the Linktree link. Patreon is a great way to do that. Of course, if you just want to jam out, you can find my Spotify playlist. There's some cat jams for the summertime. And, you know, there's the community links, the Discord, and don't forget about our giveaways and all that as well. Blah, 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 blah. Watch some more content of mine if you want to really go above and beyond to support. And, of course, we'll see you soon in the next.